But I do feel that Angus King is an exceptional leader. He's a person with a lot of common sense. He's willing to listen, and he's very, very smart. These ads were very misleading. I feel that under his watch, the state, that he was one of the great governors, and we've had many great governors, but Angus King was certainly one of them.
At one of those conferences, Angus said, if you have something to tell me, you're going to have to tell me. I'm not a mind reader. And so I started writing him little letters. I called them field reports. And lo and behold, he read every single one of them and became really personally interested in my little business, because that's just the kind of guy he is. He believes in the value of every single job.
During that time, I had the privilege to work with Governor King, and we built a $1.2 billion facility to manufacture semiconductors that is now known as Texas Instruments. This facility is still going strong and now employs more than 500 people. I believe that Governor King supported this project to the highest degree, and without his commitment and support, this facility would not be located in Maine. People ask, why Maine? Semiconductors are a very competitive industry. Most semiconductor factories now are located in California, Asia, Arizona, and Texas. The governor was easy to work with. He came down to the site to check progress quite often, and by doing that, he showed his support.
He asks you questions about what your problems are. Things like the Better program is a huge help for us. We call him Mr. Export because that's one of the things that he really has pushed. He has a passion for Maine, and if you've ever heard him speak or ever had 5 minutes talking with him, you know that. He loves his state. He loves to see things happening here. If he could take that enthusiasm and help the entire country with it, I think he could do great things.
The U.S. Chamber ad completely misses the mark with respect to Angus's character and commitment to the people of Maine, Angus's track record of effective leadership in public office, and perhaps most importantly, Angus's core values and his philosophy of public service. I just see Angus as a rare leader who can be highly effective representing Maine on a competitive and hard to navigate national stage.
My experience with him as governor was that he was hands-on. He, as other speakers here have said this morning, he asked how he could help you. This was his vision of government, and he surrounded himself with great talent. This is not always an easy thing to do in state government, but Angus attracts great talent, and he instilled in those people that their mission, and state government's mission, and any government body's mission, is to serve their constituents and find ways to grow the economy, grow jobs, and help business progress towards the future.
Governor King visited us shortly after his inauguration as governor, the first time, and asked what he could do to help business, so I told him. And to my big surprise, he immediately went to work at it, brought together both parties of the House. We had meetings at our site. We got the results that Paul mentioned. And we got those because of the competence of Angus King, of his caring, of his tenacity, and his perseveration to see it through.
It takes good business sense, leadership, and certainly a knack for setting the right priorities to move Maine's economy forward. Angus gets it, he really gets it, and his actions surrounding transportation investment really make the case. You don't have to be a civil engineer to know that commerce requires investing in a transportation system. I tend to vote for whom I think the best candidate is. I vote Republican and I vote Democrat. In this case, I think we have a rare opportunity for an experienced leader in a lot of issues, including transportation. So definitely has my support.